Hey, boss, he ain't working.
In one of the biggest cities in America, Chicago continues to dwindle more and more each day. In fact, we have protesters that want to flip Chicago red. The mayor's administration wants to double, triple property taxes, right? So you have that going on. And then you don't want to cooperate and deal with the Trump administration. Your crime may not be as high as it once was, but it's still constant. You have the police department hands tied. Even your aldermen have pushed back on his budget because his budget that he wanted to put into place in the administration was not in agreement with. So you have a lot of chaos that's going on in Chicago. You have the Bears that's possibly leaving to Indiana. You have McDonald's that's talking about leaving, and numerous other businesses are talking about leaving Chicago. What does that do? That puts everything back on the taxpayers, right? We're going to review this news video about workers that work for the city of Chicago not willing to pay their debts. Let's review.
CBS investigators have uncovered a mountain of debt owed to the city of Chicago.
We're talking tens of millions of dollars owed by the city's own employees. Our Megan DeMar joins us now. Megan, you found 1 in every 3 CTA workers owes the city money.
Right, Joe and Erica. The budget experts I spoke to called city employee debt low-hanging fruit, but we wanted to know how hard the city is actually trying to collect it. We discovered city employees and employees of the city's sister agencies owe at least $23.5 million to the city. Some of the more ironic debts include employees of the Department of Water Management owing a combined $312,000, including $61,000 in, that's right, unpaid water bills. Streets and sanitation employees owing a total of $364,000, with $279,000 attributable to parking fines and fees. And CDOT employees owing $202,000 in total debt, most of which, or $145,000, stems from, you guessed it, parking-related violations.
I also would like to add, it sounds like they're following their mayor's lead. It's been reported that he don't even pay his debts. So, where the money gonna come from? The city is continuously bringing on debt, but nobody wants to pay their debts. And he's made it abundantly clear that he's not pushing for this. Ridiculous.
But it's 2 sister agencies that have employees with the most debt. Employees of the Chicago Board of Education owe nearly $10 million, and CTA employees owe nearly $9 million.
One of the things that they should be called upon to do.
By the way, he was a teacher, so I can see the Board of Education being like this. This is, yeah.
Is to pay up in the same way that regular taxpayers who are paying their salaries are being called upon to pay up.
Civic Federation President Joe Ferguson says the city has developed a reputation for not being terribly ambitious on debt collection, but employee debt would be some of the easiest to collect.
No, it doesn't solve the overall problems that we have, but a lot of the solving is actually in small bits.
He and Better Government Association President David Greising.
This would be a good way for the city to kind of show that it is serious about debt collection if they did collect from these folks.
Say it's significant that the largest chunk, about $20 million, comes from CTA and Board of Education employees.
Of the 20 million, about 7 million are on payment plans.
City of Chicago Comptroller Michael Belsky,
to the extent that we can, we certainly will try to collect what's outstanding.
Told me that down the road he may consider an intergovernmental agreement with the leadership of both agencies to help collect the debt.
I think because they're independent, it just requires kind of goodwill in order to cooperate.
He noted that the city also offers several debt relief programs and amnesty programs. The Department of Finance has also launched a new online portal to consolidate debt information across the city. Belsky also explained that the city of Chicago and sister agency employees are subject to routine debt checks, including during the hiring, process. They must resolve outstanding debt or enroll in approved payment plans before they start work. And CTA did not provide any comment for our story. Chicago Public Schools referred us back to this.
Right. Referred them back to the city, which I stated the mayor was a history teacher. In real time, we're seeing Chicago just crumble. You know, piling on debt. The mayor continues to sound incompetent everywhere he goes. Anything he says is either about Trump or it's about the man, right? No solution base. Y'all already are not bringing in businesses. Businesses are leaving, whether that's from the violence that keeps on percolating or it's the incompetence of wanting to tax the rich. I think Chicago needs to wake up. I think y'all got a problem on y'all hand. I don't understand why a city that was once flourishing is continuously in debt. Projecting for this year, their debt is 1.15 billion in the debt deficit. So, and this is on a smaller scale, but this is why it's important that we shrink the government. All this bloating, as you can see with Chicago on a lower level, but all this bloating doesn't help the taxpayers. It increases property tax and other taxes that they could use. I think that it's a lesson to be learned here. And I believe that before it's all said and done, either Mayor Johnson is going to be ousted or Chicago will continue to crumble. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It's your boy Mercy. I'm out.